A fiery horse with a speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo, Silver, the Lone Ranger. In the great mountains of the western United States, there were many caves, ravines, and hidden valleys where outlaws could hide after committing a crime. The masked rider of the plains knew the country better than anyone else. It was for this reason that he brought so many criminals to justice. Astride his great horse Silver, he rode through the length and breadth of 7 states, and no man did more to bring law and order to the frontier. And now return with us to those thrilling days when the West was young, and adventure lay at the end of every trail. The Lone Ranger rides again.
Come on, Silver! We're heading for Burnside. Tonto's waiting for us. Hi-yo, Silver! Away!
The mining town of Burnside lay at the foot of Eagle Pass. One afternoon, Dan Latham, who spent most of his time in the cafe, waited for Mary Frisbee to come out of the general store. When she finally appeared with her arms full of packages, he stepped forward and touched her shoulder.
Mary, I want to speak to you.
Oh, Uncle Dan, I didn't see you.
You don't bother to see me, in spite of the fact I'm your uncle.
My arms were filled. An awful lot of shopping.
Yeah, you dropped a package there.
I'll get it as soon as I get these others in the buckboard.
Must be nice to have so much money for spending.
Now, don't start harping on that again, Uncle Dan.
You drop package.
Oh, thanks, Injun.
Maybe this feller lazy.
That'll do from you. I don't take nothing from a redskin.
There's a lot you could learn in the way of good manners from some of them. Good day.
Wait, I ain't done talking. Maybe your pa's told you things about me. He's always saying things that don't do me no good.
Let go my arm, Uncle Dan. Pa's told me the whole story about you and him.
And a pack of lies, I bet.
You and he worked the claim the two of you staked out as partners, but you drank and gambled so much you split up.
He done me out in my share.
No, he didn't. He divided the claim and you took first choice. Your half petered out to nothing, and he found a new load in his half.
He got rich. He's rich right now. And look at me. His wife's own brother. Down and out. Not a decent vest to my name. Not even the price of a drink.
Please, let go my arm. I know what Pa's done for you. He's given you thousands of dollars that he didn't have to, just because he felt sorry for you.
Lies, I tell you, it's lies. All he's ever done for me is to give me enough cash so he could lord it over me, so he could always say I was in his debt.
That's not true. Instead of appreciating what he's done for you, you resent it. If you'd saved your money instead of drinking and gambling, you'd have had plenty. Now, please let me go. I must get home.
I got something for you to tell, Ned. You ain't going till you hear it.
Then please hurry.
I ain't done with him. He swindled me. That's what he done. He swindled me, and I won't stand for it.
Is that all you want me to tell him?
Just tell him that.
You've been saying that for as long as I can remember.
Well, I ain't fooling. I mean it.
You let girl go.
You keep out in this. This is a family affair.
Tonto here.
Uncle Dan, I want you to take your hand off my arm at once.
I won't. No ornery redskin is doggone you.
Now, you go.
Oh, thank you, Injun.
Me name Tonto.
Then thank you, Tonto.
You tell your old man that.
I'm sick of hearing that. Get up there?
I'll get square. I'll fix things someday. I ain't gonna be the underdog all the time. You wait, Mary Frisbee. You and your old man will get what's coming to you.
You, he big fool.
And you, too. You'll get yours for slapping my arm away. You just wait.
Well, Paul, while I was in town, I saw him again.
Drinking?
He had been. He was feeling sorry for himself.
Yeah. Just the same as usual, eh, Mary?
Uh-huh.
Blamed fool. It's too bad he didn't straighten himself around, get a job of some sort.
He was half crying at the way things had been going with him.
Broke?
I guess so, Paul.
He was here a few days ago, and I give him $50.
He's probably blowed that in, same as all the rest of his money.
Well, I'm not going to worry about him anymore, Mary. For 15 years, he's been growling around about the way I swindled him.
No one believes him.
I know, but I'm getting sick and tired of it.
I think he is, too.
What do you mean by that?
There was something about the way he acted today. It sort of worried me.
Worried you? Mary, you ain't given to
I
worrying.
know it. That's the reason I sort of take it serious now.
What'd he say?
It wasn't so much what he said as to as how he said it. I think he's got some sort of scheme in the back of his mind.
He never stays sober long enough to think straight.
He might think crooked.
Mary, what are you driving at?
I don't know, Pa. It was a funny look in his eyes when he said he'd get square.
What else did he say?
Said he wasn't going to be the underdog all the time.
We'll fix that. You just sit right there, Mary. I'll be right back.
What are you going to do?
I'll show you. Hey, Jim. You, Jim. Come in the house here a moment.
Coming, boss.
Jim Brandt will be right in.
You think I better change my plans about going to visit Aunt Sally?
Not by a darn sight. We won't let that ornery no-account brother-in-law of mine interfere with your plans. You've counted a long time on going to visit your aunt, and you're going.
Want to see me, boss?
Yeah, close the door, Jim.
Sure. Anything wrong?
Not yet, Jim. But I'm just going to make sure there ain't going to be nothing wrong. You know Dan Latham?
Who is there in these mountains don't?
He's been making more threats.
Well, that don't mean nothing, boss. He's always making threats.
Well, maybe he's getting serious. Anyhow, that's the way Mary feels about it.
Oh, I didn't mean to worry you so much, Pa.
It's all right, Mary. But, Jim, you see, Mary's planning to ride through Eagle Pass to visit her Aunt Sally.
Sure, I know.
I wouldn't put it past Dan to try and make a little trouble.
She ain't nerve enough for that, boss.
Oh, can't tell about a man like Dan. Anyhow, I'm changing the plans I had of letting her ride through the pass alone. I want you to go along with her.
Well, that suits me fine.
Good enough.
I'll go see who that is, Pa.
All right, Mary, I'll go over the plans with Jim.
Me come tell you.
Oh, it's Tonto.
Who's that?
Pa, this is the Indian sent Uncle Dan about his business when he was trying to stop me.
Oh, come in. Mary was telling me that she met Dan in town today.
Dan him bad feller.
You ain't telling me nothing.
What'd you come here for, Injun?
Me come tell news.
News? What sort of news?
Is anything wrong?
Maybe plenty wrong.
Go on.
Me hear feller in town.
Dan?
That right.
What'd you hear? What do you have to say?
Him talk to another feller. Maybe them make plenty trouble for you.
Yeah?
Him not take drink.
He didn't take a drink?
That right.
Why not? That's the first time I ever heard of him refusing one.
Him say him keep sober.
What's he want to keep sober for? He sure changed a lot.
Him say him got plenty big plan.
Look here, Injun. Did he say anything about what his plan was?
Oh, you can't go much by what Dan says. And I wouldn't take much stock in what a redskin says either, boss.
I want a reward, eh, Injun?
No, that's not right.
Well, whatever happens, we got things in hand, savvy?
Now you can mind your own business, Injun.
That good.
You shouldn't have talked to the Indian that way.
Shucks, it's all right to help you out like you done this afternoon, but he needn't think he has the right to interfere with all of our
I
affairs.
don't think he felt that way. He just heard Dan saying things, and he thought we ought to know about it.
Well, that's funny. Did you hear that?
Well, there was 2 men out there.
Yeah. Now, what do you make of that, Jim?
Might make a plenty
I
of
don't
it.
like the way you talk about Tonto. After all, he's been right now.
Now, Mary, don't you worry about it. It ain't no business of yours.
And the fact that he had another man waiting outside for him, that strikes me as being downright suspicious.
Same here, Jim. You reckon the Injun's up to something?
Either that or he's hooked up with Dan.
Well, I'll be just as well satisfied for Mary to get out of here for a while. Maybe while she's visiting her aunt, I'll be able to have a final showdown with him. Jim, you figure on riding with her till she gets past Eagle Pass.
I sure will, boss, and you don't have to worry.
As Tonto and the Lone Ranger rode away from Ned Frisbee's home, they discussed what Tonto had overheard and what Jim Grant and Ned Frisbee had said.
I heard most of the conversation through the window, Tonto. The girl's planning to ride through Eagle Pass.
Not plenty bad country.
It's a good thing that fellow's going with her.
Him bad feller.
What do you mean, Tonto?
Me see him.
He's one of Ned Frisbee's trusted men.
Maybe so. Tonto not like him.
You're usually right at judging a man, Tonto, but still...
Tonto think him bad feller.
When you heard Dan Latham talking, he said he had a partner. But we don't know who that partner is.
Not right.
Tonto, there's only one place that he can make a play to capture Mary Frisbee.
That Eagle Pass.
That's right. I'm going to watch Dan in town. If he leaves, I'll follow him.
That be good.
And in the meantime, you ride to Eagle Pass and be sure the girl gets through there safely.
Tonto do that.
You might start right now. You head north, and I'll head for Burnside.
Tonto go now. Get him up, Scout.
Hi-yo, Silver! Away!
Late that night, while the Lone Ranger hunted through the town of Burnside for Dan Latham, the man he sought met Jim Brant in the dark shadows of a grove of trees close to Frisbee's home.
Everything is set, Dan.
Good enough. Remember, whatever I get, you get half.
I'm counting on that. Things worked out even better than we figured.
How's that, Jim?
I didn't even have to ask the boss to get time off to visit friends.
I didn't ask him. Then how in blazes are you going to get to Eagle Pass?
You'll laugh when I tell you. I'm going to ride there with a girl.
With her?
That's right. The old man's sending me along to protect her, in case you try any stunts.
That sounds good.
It'll work out perfect. Once we get in the pass, there's plenty of hiding places alongside the trail. I'll just tie her up. Savvy?
Good enough. And I'll be free to handle the deal with Frisbee. Before I'm done, I'll have what's rightfully mine.
The Lone Ranger felt sure that whatever attempt was made to harm Mary Frisbee, Tonto would be there to help her. The masked man himself kept an eye on Dan Latham in town, watching every move he made. Toward sundown the next day, Mary and Jim Brant were riding through Eagle Pass.
I'd hate to come through here after dark. I bet there's a plenty of wild animals in the hills here.
Yeah, right patterns.
We'll be through the pass and into the open before it's dark, won't we, Jim?
Well, that's hard to say, Mary. Lots can happen before we get out of here.
What do you mean?
Well, let me see. Where's that rock?
What are you looking for?
Oh, there's a rock near here, right along here somewheres. It marks a hiding place, and a doggone good one, Mary. A person lost in here can never be found. There's the rock, up ahead there.
Well, what about it?
That rock marks a place where an old trail leads into a cave. Ain't many men know about that cave.
What do you mean?
A man could stay hid there for years and never be found. A man could starve to death there if he was tied up.
Well, what about it?
Whatever happens to a man could happen to a woman. Sure hope your pa feels generous. Here's where we leave the trail, Mary, and break through that underbrush.
Wait, what are you
Now
doing?
you do what I tell you.
Jim, put that down.
Get moving. I ain't fooling.
You double-crossed.
Come on, you may as well have it now. Me and your uncle are working together on this, and your old man's going to turn over half of everything he's got if he wants you out of here alive.
Get him up, Scout.
Help! Help, Tonto!
You let girl go.
That blamed engine again. I figured someone was following me. Well, you won't stop me.
Oh!
You killed him.
That fixed him. Now, by thunder, everything's worked out just perfect. When I come back, I'll tell the story about how the engine tried to capture you. And if you have to starve here, it's the engine who'll take the blame. Now, get to that cave.
Tonto, the faithful companion of the Lone Ranger, lay on the ground beside his horse. Jim Brant's bullets had found their mark. In just a moment, we'll continue with the second act.